don't have too many of those games, as I just started collecting for it within the last few years. So I only have maybe 20 or so. So let's jump in. Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins. By the way, in case you didn't know, this is a European copy, but the PSP is region free, so you can play games from any region. If I actually read Japanese, I would pick a lot of those up, but I cannot read it. Those games are usually cheaper. A Man of Action, The Ultimate Adventure. I had never played this version of it. I think there was one on the Super Nintendo, and I was not very good at it. It was really hard. All of my games always have a manual. At least I try to get it with a manual if I can. That way I don't have to track it down. Star Ocean First Departure. I've been picking up a couple of Star Ocean games here and there. I want to say I think there was one on the Switch, but I don't have that. I've never played a Star Ocean game, but I've heard great things about it. So I pick it up and eventually I will get to it. A Journey Through Time and Space. Power Stone Collection. I had never heard of this game. I think it's a fighting game, actually. Yeah, it's one of those Capcom fighting type games. From the screenshots. Sounded pretty interesting though, so I grabbed it and it wasn't too expensive. 2 players via internet. Oh yeah, you could game share with this too, I forgot. I haven't ever tried that. I do have 2 PSPs, we'll have to give it a try. Castlevania, The Dracula X Chronicles. I am a big fan of Castlevania games. Not very good at them, but I love to play them. Definitely a favorite of mine. This one has 2, I believe. Castlevania Rondo of Blood. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I think this game was on the PS1 or something like that, and it is super expensive. So I'm pretty happy to have it in this collection. It was way cheaper. And I don't have a PS1. I do have a way to play PS1 games, but I just am not really interested in PS1 games, really. Death Jr. I had never heard of this game, and I came across it at a game store, and I just had to grab it. Just looked and sounded so funny. I know with a name like Death, you're like, what, funny? Yes, kind of like comedic kind of death. Especially since he's junior. Death Jr. accidentally releases the evil necromancer Moloch and his hordes of deranged demon beasts to wreak havoc on the town. So how is that not funny? He accidentally did something silly. I have not played this though. I think there's like a sequel to this too, so I need to grab that also. Let me know if you've heard of this game or played it. I haven't touched it yet. Fat Princess Fistful of Cake. This title is hilarious, and so is the game premise. Basically, you are 2 teams, and you're trying to make sure your princess does not get captured by making sure she eats a lot of cake so the other team can't grab her and take it to their stronghold. It is pretty hilarious. Sadly, the online battles no longer work, but I do think there is some single player offline gameplay you can do, which is why I picked it up. But yeah, story mode. But it would have been great to play multiplayer. I'm sure it was hilarious. Kind of like a tower defense game. Final Fantasy 4. The Complete Collection. I have only ever played Final Fantasy 1, as I just got the collection on the Switch. Haven't got around to playing the other ones. But I picked up this one before I got that collection, with the intention of getting the rest of the Final Fantasy games. But now that I have the collection, it's kind of pointless. Although I do like the manuals, so I might pick them up just to have the paper manuals. So here's what you get. Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy IV, The After Years. If you've played Final Fantasy, this is when it was turn-based. I think now it's not turn-based anymore, it's action, I believe. I have not played any of the newer ones. Final Fantasy experts need to let me know. I'm fairly new to this franchise. I do love it though. Frantics, a puzzle adventure. I don't have too much to say about this game. It was cheap. It said something about being a puzzle, and I like puzzles, so 3D puzzle solving excitement, deadly hazards and cunning enemies, an amazing puzzle adventure that will leave you frantics. Nice play on words. But I have not tried this yet, so it sounded fun. And I picked it up just to give it a go at some point. Okay. Couple of good ones. God of War, Chains of Olympus. I have not played any God of War game yet. And I think these are kind of like, I want to say spin-offs, but kind of like a side mini-game. I'm not sure if somebody that knows this franchise better than me would let me know. But I wanted to play like the mainline games first, like God of War 1, 2, and 3 first, before I played these games. I think I have one of the God of Wars on the PS3. I think one of them. I have to double check. I forget which one. And of course, I would have Ghost of Sparta as well. I'm not sure where these fall on the timeline. Every end must first begin. Let me know if you are a God of War fan and which one is your favorite. And let me know if it matters if I play these in order or not. Gurumin, a monstrous adventure. I know, but it sounded like cute and fun at the same time. And I really don't mind like cute and fun at the same time, so I mean like cute, but I mean look at that. Level up and master the legendary drill to crush enemies and environments. So, I mean it looks cutesy, but definitely looks like there's some skill involved. Oh, and 5 difficulty levels, tons of secret costumes, and modes to unlock, and 4 addictive mini-games. I'm all about the difficulty levels. is terrible. I know this is Joan of Arc, but there she is. And I have not played this game, so I'm not sure how accurate some of it is, although it does say a tale where history meets fantasy, so I'm assuming they use her as a character, but kind of make up some stuff along the way. Crusade through French villages and battle mythical creatures. So there's the kind of made up stuff. Command 14 heroic characters in a quest to recapture the homeland. Looks like it's party style gameplay. Very cool. I'll have to fire it up sometime. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I have not played the Kingdom Hearts games. Since I'm fairly new to PlayStation, this is the first time I'm picking them all up, so I wanted to get the ones that were the mainline ones, 1 and 2. I think I grabbed the collection on the PS3, so I wanted to play those first. Destiny is never left to chance. But these games look like they're really fun. Long, but really fun. Kingdom of Paradise. I do not remember what this game was about at all. I got it cheap, like $8, I think. Defend your clan, restore your world. If it looks interesting and it's under $10, usually I will pick it up. Nights in the Nightmare. Sadly, I doubt this will work. But that's nice. I think it actually might still be in there. I originally was looking to pick this up on the is it 3DS? No, I think it was on the DS. But the PSP version was cheaper. So I grabbed this one. So, let's see, this is complex tactics and frantic bullet mayhem action. Quite the interesting combo. I don't think I've ever played a game quite like this one. That will be interesting. Yeah, look at that. Shooting mechanics and RPG. Interesting indeed. Loco Roco. Bought it sealed and still haven't opened it. I don't remember so I don't mind those kind of games. Parappa the Rapper. Hilarious. The classic returns. I know, I think this was it actually on the PS2, I think, and was a lot more expensive. So I grabbed this one on the PSP because it was cheaper. So I'm pretty sure you it's like music related and you do rap battles. So pretty cool. I've never quite had a game like that, so I had to grab it. And he just looks amazing, so there we go. Cool cartoon. Secret Agent Clank, which I'm sure is a spin-off from the Ratchet and Clank games, which I also have not played. I'm in the process of getting all the games so I can play them from the first one to, all the way through. So I can play them from the first one to however many there are now, so all the way through. There's a bunch, and I've heard they're really fun and really good, so I grabbed them. This time, Secret Agent is the gadget. That's funny. So you can play as Clank, Ratchet, and Captain Quark in this undercover adventure. I definitely need to try these out. It looks really fun. Tactics Ogre, Let Us Cling Together. Another Square Enix title. I want to say this is, it's definitely a tactics game. Alright, so it has 3D battlefields, more detailed character models, and upgraded spell effects. I don't remember what other system this was on, but all I remember is looking at it and wanting to pick it up on the PSP because it was cheaper. I want to say I think this was on the Game Boy Advance also. But it would look much better on the PSP. Few more left. Tales of the World Radiant Mythology. I have not played any of the Tales games. I don't think. There was one on the GameCube, but I wouldn't really count playing it because I never really passed the beginning too far. Will you be the world's last hope in a dark battle for survival? Look at all those customizations. A real-time battle system so you can attack from anywhere. That's interesting. I wonder how that works. In any case, I definitely need to start playing some games from the Tale series. Of course, I need time to do that. These games take forever to play. I don't always have that much time. Untold Legends, The Warrior's Code. I don't remember what these games were about, but they were cheap, like $5 a piece, I think. And I have 2 of them. I don't remember which one was first. What dark beast lurks within you? Action RPG. I love action RPGs. Because you're not really tied to any area. Hack and slash is good. I'm a button masher. And the final game is Untold Legends, Brotherhood of the Blade. Similar game, different story. Be fearsome as a foursome. Action RPG combat to 4-player wireless multiplayer. That would be nice. If I can game share. Original fantasy adventure. Huge